Welcome back to another installment of Beyond the Dimensions podcast. I'm here with special guest
DJ Siah.
And back again with
J'Neil.
He's Melvin. We gonna be interviewing DJ Siah. I just heard about you, being a DJ for Polo G and Lil Xan. You tell me about like how that came about.
So like the way how the whole thing started was my homeboy DJ Tony Tone, shout out to him. He Polo G's official DJ. So, I was just chilling one day. I was something that had just happened a couple of days ago, and I was just on the phone. And my sister was talking. We was like, one of these days, I'm probably just gonna turn up. You never know, cause she was like, I'm just letting her shit. She was like, what would you do if you like DJ for a famous rapper? And I was like, I'm gonna be geek. So I was just playing the game. Every time when I play the game, I just get like bored. I just go in the living room and just like watch TV with my sisters and shit, right? So I was just chilling. My homeboy Tony texted me. He said, "Call me ASAP." So I'm thinking something was wrong. My heart started shaking. So I'm like, "Yo, what's up? What's up?" And then I got the call. He was like, "Look, you gonna be DJing for the Polo G show." I ran throughout my whole entire house. Like I was jumping up and down. And me and my sister was like, we just talked about this and it's happening. So then that's when I went to my mom's room. She was like, "Why are you yelling?" I'm like, "I'm DJing for Polo G." She was like, Polo G, and I'm like,
come on now,
come on, bro, you gotta go. So that's when she was like, "Oh, don't tell nobody." I'm like, "Nah, I got promoted, mom." And then, it was a nice show. I had took my homie J. He a rapper. I had took him with me to the show because I had a +1. Like he been messing with me since like we started this whole entire movement back in 2020.
Yeah.
So like that was my first big show, so I had to show my homie some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it? Just being there. Like I seen it. I didn't get to go, but I seen how lit it was. Like everybody was in that joint.
So like when it first started, like it was like I got there, dressed like a devil. I had all red on. Like, when I got there, it was a long line. Everybody was waiting, and like it kind of felt like special because I got to skip the whole entire line and get to the arena. So like as I'm getting closer to the stairs to get down to the stage, it's just like I was just thinking like, damn, because like my first like actual DJ gig I did was right across the street from the Shields Arena.
Yeah.
So like every time I used to ride bikes a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So I used to always ride bikes past that arena with my same homie J. We used to all chill and stuff. I used to be like, one day I'm gonna go in that arena. But my mentality throughout that whole entire time is like it's probably gonna be like 4 or 5, maybe 6 years in the DJ, I'm gonna get an arena show. But it came quickly, so like I'm walking down, I'm just like, I was getting emotional a little bit, but I didn't want to get too emotional to the point I got nervous. So I got on the stage, I plugged up my laptop, we was testing out the sound. My homie Bobby performed too. So then that's when they opened the doors. We just hear screaming. I'm like, oh shit, it's getting real. They coming. They coming. Yeah. So I'm like, geez, they really finna start coming. So everybody just ran down to the stage and they just packed up like this. So I got to get it jumping. So I played Finito to start it off. They went lit, Skrilla. I played all the lit songs, party musics, and then it started getting more lit. And that's when the opening act started performing. And I ain't really want to DJ for the opening artists. I regret it though, but I ain't really want to because I ain't really know their music like that. So
yeah.
And then Lil Xan came on stage, so I just hopped off stage for a little bit, and that's when Polo G came on stage, and I'm like,
yo,
that's my favorite rapper right there, because he hopped on the stage. I'm like, God damn, this nigga tall. Mm-hmm. So I'm just looking at him like he is one tall ass human being. So he started playing. It's going good. The whole show going good. His energy's good, and like the whole entire time, I'm just like, I couldn't believe I'm like right near my favorite rapper. So it was like, wow. And I'm just watching him play all that stuff, watching him do his stuff. And that's when I got the picture. This picture right here, that's my lock screen, me and him.
Yeah. That's tough as hell.
Yo, that's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah. That's
right.
tough.
And then, they had an after party. He came through for a little bit. I played his music. He was, he looked like he like a, what's it called? An antisocial ass dude. So like he really wasn't, I don't know if he was feeling the vibe, but I was playing his music. Everybody had cameras on him and stuff, but it was lit.
Yeah.
It was a good experience. Like, that was probably one of my favorite events that I've done.
I got a question, man. When I hear things like that, man, it almost seems like it was just like aligned and meant to be. So then I got a question for you. Is this something like, I know you said you had dreamed of it, but do you practice like manifesting, praying? It seems like this was put into order, like just sort of crazy, man. Like even you just talking about with your sister the day before it, like.
So like, some people don't notice, but like I had left for a year from DJing. I went to New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that whole entire time I prayed because I knew I was gonna come back, but it's like how strong I was gonna come back. So I always prayed. You know, I prayed for big events, more bookings. I didn't even care about money. I just wanted supporters. I wanted all my supporters back. And I finally came back. But then, you know, I still had the same supporters, but there's a bunch of little new kids on the block, so they didn't really know who I was. So, like, my main goal when I came back, I was humble and hungry. But the main thing I prided myself on was staying humble. Because I'm like, yeah, I was doing a lot of shows before I left. So it's like, don't come back saying, oh, I'm still the top DJ in the city. I didn't care about none of them politics. Oh, you still think you're the best? I stay low. I got money. I bought everything I needed. I started again. And kids, some like the little kids, like the freshmen and sophomores, they didn't know who I was. So they used to be like, oh, DJ Siah, who is he? Who is he? And I was like, yo, when I was doing, I looked at them, I'm like, when I was doing like shows and stuff, y'all was still in Pampers. Y'all was still like kids. But I got something for y'all. Just gave me a couple of months, and they was laughing. And nowadays, they be the same ones in the hallways, you know, shaking me up, DJ Siah, you putting Fargo on the map. I just be looking at them like, thank you, but like, you just call me. You just for me a couple months ago.
Always remember that.
Always remember, but like, I always pray. I don't go to church a lot, and I'm trying to, but like, I always pray and like, ask God for more and more blessings. But at the same time, as I'm getting these blessings, like, you know, because I'm gonna be DJing a lot this summer. This is a lot.
Coming out party.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot.
Go crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I just gotta pray. One thing I always pray for is safety, because like, you never know when you leave if you're gonna make it back home. So one thing I always pray, I always ask God to bring me back safely and carry me there safely.
Yeah. And I really respect that, you know, like, I kind of relate to that. Like, you hear people say things about you and be like, oh, he fell off this, or, oh, he's not as good as he used to be. And you use that as motivation. And that, like, taking that hate and finding positive in it is, like, takes so much maturity and takes so much growth as a person to not let it, you know, get to you and use it as something that, oh, I can grow from this. Like, you doubted me, I remember this. Yeah, I'm going to dab you up when I'm up, but I'm going to always remember the words you said to me, you know?
Yeah, that's really what it was. But I, like, ever since I've been back, like I said, I just been humble and hungry. Like, this is really only the beginning. There's so much more coming in store, so much we're working on.
Yeah.
I got a question for both of you. I feel like, just knowing you guys both a bit, hey, Josiah, mad humble. Because this dude, you haven't met, like, I don't know how I didn't know you was doing this. And then I understand I'm the same way myself. Because there's a lot of times, even in the few times that we talked in the past, where you could have been like, yo, coach, you know I'm DJing, right? Like, but never. You just really stuck to the grind. So I respect that. Seeing you today, Melvin was like, yo, I got a DJ that's coming that DJ'd the Polo G concert. I was like, oh, I bet. That's what's up. Like, I didn't know who it was. But then seeing as you is just, it's crazy. So I can speak to your humble nature, because you just really kept that under wraps. And I had no idea that. But the question I had was, when you sort of receive these blessings, Melvin, you've been obviously receiving a lot of blessings in the realm of sports and basketball.
A lot.
Josiah, for yourself, you've been receiving a lot of blessings in the form of media, expression, entertainment, right? And just everything that goes into DJing. But when those blessings are received and you understand it, how do you sort of give back? Like, what's your moral code? What are you looking forward to when you're receiving all these blessings? What are you guys preparing for to sort of give back, especially to those young kids that you were talking about that's now shaking your hand?
Want to answer that first, or you want?
Like, when you mean give back, like, do I ask God for more and more blessings, or like,
Like, what are you? When I say give back, I'm saying what sort of example, what sort of morals, like, how are you trying to give back with all the blessings you received, being known as, say, the top DJ in Fargo or in North Dakota or even in the upper Midwest? What are you?
My way of giving back is, like, let's say, for everybody supporting me. So this upcoming summer, there's a lot of grad parties going on in Fargo and Minnesota. So what I do for, like, the community that started me, I do a half off on grad parties. So, like, usually you'll be looking at least $300 starting price, but like, you already got to pay for your makeup, your outfit, all that stuff. So I cut it down to like something lower than that, to like make sure like you don't got to worry too much on the DJ. But it's not gonna be no low ball offer.
Yeah.
But that's like my way of getting back. I like give a little discount, get a little bit of slack, but I don't do too much with it because like when you give a lot of slack, that's when people start to like saying,
Yeah, think he can use you.
we can use it. So like I keep it at a strict price.
Yep.
Yeah, and the way I give back is like, you know, I'm in the gym, like I see little kids every day, you know, grinding, putting in work, and like, you know, I can really like connect with those kids because I used to be that kid that wasn't that good at basketball. I wasn't, you know, in the best shape. I didn't have like private coaches or private trainers, you know, like it's not like I'm trying to say like, oh, I just came from nothing, but like, you know, my family grew up in Philadelphia. We moved here for better life, you know, trying to find new opportunities. And, you know, I wasn't, like my family wasn't the most, you know, gifted or the most, you know, wealthy or well off, you know. I didn't have those same opportunities that I see like a lot of the kids having, you know. So every time I see a kid in the gym, like they could be doing any type of drill. They could be working out or something. Just me making that, you know, conversation with them or, you know, telling them like, you know, like keep going, you know, or showing them or you could be better doing this, doing that. Because I really do see myself in almost every young kid growing up. Like those kids who are in the gym grinding every single day, like I know those kids don't have a trainer, you know. I can, you know, connect with them in that on that deeper level. Like, yeah, I actually genuinely do want to help you. Like, I see myself in you. I see the potential these kids have, you know, to be a dog enough to go to the gym, not give up, you know, not look at what's behind you, but instead of look at what's in front of you and see what potential you have, just be willing to put in the work. That's the biggest thing to me. Like I have so much respect for people that live their life that way, you know. I just try to share the little knowledge I have with them to get them as good as possible and use my connections to make sure that they're well off. Like I was just telling you this in the car, like one of the players that was trying out, he was telling me how like he was about to give up on basketball before this, and he said, well, I don't know what AAU team to play for, and I was just telling him like, you know, come to BTG, you know, we have great coaches that's gonna, you know, make sure you're in the right hands, not mishandle your development, get you better. Just telling him all the things that he needed to know, the reassurance, just being that other person to tell you you could go somewhere, you could make it out of this place. Like I always try to be that person.
Well, Josiah, I got another question for you, man. Dude, how did you even like? I know you just told me some things, but you could tell me again, sort of remind me. How did you first get into mixing? DJing.
So the way how I first started, my dad is actually a DJ. My dad and my uncle, they're both DJs. So the way how like I remember it was like back in I think 2011, 2012, either one, right? It was at my grandma's house with my uncle. So it was way on the third story floor. We was just mixing and all that. I wasn't really touching anything. I was just, because his stuff was off. And when his stuff was off, like, I just used to always mess with it when he was sleeping. Like, I would sneak past my grandma, go up to his room and just mess with his stuff, right? So, me and my brother was up in there one day with him. I was like, I want a DJ name. So I said, I want my name to be DJ Manny Jr. And then it was like, oh, no, that's corny. That's your dad name. You can't pick your dad name as your DJ. So, as your DJ name. So my brother, he was like, go with DJ Siah. And I was like, I don't like it. But I always kept it. And that's what my mom would call me. Look, like, I would be playing music on the phone, and my mom would call me a DJ and all that stuff. But, like, I got that name from my brother. But the way how it really started, it was, like, 2020, my birthday. So I had bought my first DJ set. It was, like, a little smaller than that. It was small, right? Only had, like, 4 buttons. It was hard. So I was DJing all that stuff, right? I don't know. I cannot find the video. My brother had recorded. He was like, "This how we started it. Y'all gonna see the movement in like 2-3 years, but we're gonna stay humble over here." He said just like that in the video, and like I just like flowed. Like 2020, I had my first event. It was a 50th birthday party, and I did so good for like my first event, and they all came to me. They was like, "Oh, you gonna be big one day? You We're gonna go far with this. Just keep working, all that stuff. But one thing I told myself is I can get all those compliments. But one thing I wish I wouldn't have did when I was younger, coming up in this DJ game, was I wish I would have stayed humble. And like I did this Sweet 16. That Sweet 16 is like that was probably like one of my best events. That put me on in Fargo. It was a Sweet 16 for my friend Christine. I wasn't supposed to DJ that day. Like I was supposed to, but like something that came up and I just got so pissed. I was finna just quit DJing from that day. But I wasn't supposed to. I was like, nah, but I'm gonna help her out. And that was probably one of my best, that was my best event right there. I put that event over the Polo G event, but
Dang.
yeah, that Sweet 16 was probably one of the best events. Not even one, the best events I've ever done.
Dang.
And that was when I had like first started. And looking back on some of the videos, I heard some of my transitions and how I was doing. I was like, yeah, that was nice. That was nice. And
Fire.
2021 came. It was really a breeze, but by me being so cocky and like saying, oh, I'm the best DJ in the city, I'm the best DJ in the Midwest, nobody can mess with me, I'm this, I'm that, talking to anybody any type of way I want to, that really, my mom seen that, and she told me just like this, she's like, I got something that will make you humble yourself. And that's when she shipped me off to New Mexico. And then, still there for a year. I played football and basketball, but I still wanted to DJ. I always tell my roommates, I know I'm doing solid with this track, basketball, football, but one thing I want to do is DJ still. Like, I don't see myself doing this after my junior year. I mean, I still run track, but like, I just want to be a DJ. That's like my love right
That's
there.
your passion, you know.
That's my passion. Then we came back 2022. Just been up like back to back shows. Like every weekend I'm DJing. It's like no time off. Like I got home at like 4 last night. Woke up at 8. Went out with the family. Now I'm here. So
Dang.
probably won't sleep after this. But
So explain to me, because a lot of people don't know, especially coming from the athletic world, the different grind, especially with DJing. So if you could talk about like, I told you a little bit before, my sister a DJ, so I see a little bit as far as what you have to prepare for. But even before a set, before an event, like you could talk about like the process that you take. You know what I'm saying, with preparing.
So in my preparation for my event, so let's say the event starts at 9. By 6, I'm getting music. I'm making sure everything is set. I'm packing my bags. 7, making sure everything is set still. 7:10, 7:25-ish, I'm in the shower. I'm getting ready. I take at least 10 minutes, like 20 minutes, just vibing to music and washing my body in the shower. And then I get out. I do the extra hygiene stuff, brush your teeth, wash your face. And then by 8, I turn my phone off, zone out, and just get ready. So like yesterday, I didn't use my phone it started at 7, so from like 6 o'clock to 7, I didn't use my phone. I just wanted to get in the zone and get ready to, get the party lit. And then that's just my preparation. I always practice the night before, after everybody go to sleep, because that's when I'm mostly locked in. So I have to wait till everybody in the house is in the room and chilling. So I grab my DJ Siah, put it on the table, plug in my laptop, put my headphones in, and just I vibe. But like most of the time when I'm practicing, I do at least from like 12 to like 2 in the morning.
Okay.
Even on school nights, I practice. When I get off of work, I practice. I'm always practicing to make myself better. But I never just stay in one spot. I could do that Polo G show, right? Everybody thought that was probably gonna be like, I'm just gonna do it and like never DJ, never like practice again. But I always practice. I always stay ready. Like, I never let I wouldn't say something little like that, because that's kind of big. But like I would never let some little accomplishment hold me back. I will always like want more and more and more. That's why I
Stay
always
hungry,
practice. I stay hungry.
Transitions. I had a question about that. To me, that's the thing that separates like a good DJ from a great DJ. Like I feel like everybody can play a slap, like especially if a song is like really cracking or popping off, like anybody can play it. But how you mix, blend, and then your transitions, like if those aren't on point. So then I had a question. Me as a listener and just as a lover of music, it almost feels like, I ask you this, do you think that transitions, like being able to wield it and like make sure all your blends just have a smooth transition, is that something like you can practice, or is that something just only certain people got it? Because I feel like just listening to different DJs, it's like this DJ just has it. Like they just have a natural feel for, like they can match it up. They can look at the rhythm pattern as much as they want to, but this DJ just has it with the transitions.
So like, I feel like with me, it was something I had to practice. But there's 3 DJs I know that that like can just get on and do exactly what you just said. There's one named DJ Toki, DJ Peace Boy, and DJ Foreign. Those 3 DJs, like the first one I named, that's my mentor. He the one who taught me everything.
What's his name again?
DJ Toki. He's Sudanese.
Okay.
He's not like Liberian, but he's raw with it. Like, he taught me everything that I need beyond DJing and as a DJ. But the 2 other DJs I named, they cold with it. Like, I didn't even know who Peace Boy was, like, a year ago. But when I seen, like, his videos and stuff, like, on Instagram and how he be having parties lit, I said, okay, I got to hear him in person. So there was a concert for this Nigerian artist named Rotimi. He had came through and DJ. So I said, I'm listening to him DJ. I'm like, oh, this nigga nice with it. Like, he's talking on the mic, too. I'm like, he's nice. His transitions was nice. His scratching was nice. His blending was nice. And he had energy, too. See, me as a DJ, I can mix, I can blend, I can transition, I can do all that. But one thing I cannot do that those 2 other DJs can do, Foreign and Peace Boy, I cannot talk on the mic. I cannot get a crowd going.
Yeah.
I just play. I don't talk when I'm DJing. That's one thing, like, a couple of other DJs that's older than me got on to me. But it's like the one thing that this DJ had told me, he said, the key to DJing is, like, the mic is the art. How you use the mic is how people, like, see you.
Yeah.
Stuff, right?
And
but one thing I cannot do is talk on the mic. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that really get the crowd going, but I just can't do it because I'm just too shy and too nervous. But, like, yeah. But that blending, transition and stuff, you got to work on that. I came in this thing thinking, like, it was like my phone. Because when I first started this, before I got my DJ set, I would play on my phone. To this day, I still practice on my phone.
Yeah.
When I'm in class, I get bored. I got all my music from my laptop that's on my phone. So I just practice on my phone. And, like, if you, in my opinion, as a DJ, if you can't blend or transition or mix, you just probably going to be somebody with a $1,000, $200 DJ board just using it. So blending and transitioning and all that, it plays a big role.
Yeah.
Biggest role, man.
Yeah. And I heard some of your shows and I was like, yo, this nigga's tough. Like, I used to, like, I knew you way before. I think I told you the story. I just knew you, like, way before this. And I was like, I always heard that, like he seems cool. Like, he seems cool as shit. But, like, people are like, oh, he has beef. Or, like, oh, he's cocky because he's a DJ. Or he rich. Like, so he don't mess with people. And I was like, that's not even the vibe that I get off of him, really. Like, when you talk to him for real.
I can answer that. So that beef stuff is really not. Like, one thing I always tell people, I don't beef. I could throw hands, but one thing I do, I always say, I stand on what I stand on what I say. But, like, that too rich and not having friends, I make friends with everybody. Like, I still go around the same people I started this with. Everybody that supported me, I still be around the same people. I ain't let one show change who I am. I still go around the same people, still talk to them, still keep in touch with them. I ain't even leave the group chats I was in or follow anybody. I've never let, like, fame or anything that been coming to me, money, I never let money change me because I know it can go at any day.
Yeah.
And I know it can be taken away because it's happened before. That's why, I came back humble.
Yeah. And staying solid is, like, even being in media, sports, entertainment, all of that, staying humble and staying solid is one of the most important things because, you need that base, people that was with you before you got up, those are forever people that you can look down to, like, when you really need somebody to talk to. All these friends that you getting because you getting up now,
I know that. I know exactly who I can go to when I need help with, like, if I'm going through something, I know who I can go to. I know the ones that's been with me since I started. We all went up to Grand Forks, like, so it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We went up to Grand Forks. So I was going up there, like, that was my first time DJing up in Grand Forks. And, like, I told the girl, I'm like, look, I can come DJ for your party, but my homeboys got to perform because I was going to get their name out there. They did that was their first performance. In my head, I'm like, they probably won't mess up. They're not even ready. I get in the mic. They started rocking. Everybody liking them. Now, I went back, and they started asking, when y'all coming back to do another show up here? We need y'all back up here. When they going to perform? I'm like, so I really like them that much. And I was like, snap. Like, we might have to bring them back up here. So I went back to Fargo. I'm like, look, let's play something up in Grand Forks because they really like y'all up there. And, like, it was a good experience, like, getting them up there with me because I told them, I'm like, look, when I go up, y'all go up too. So, like, let's say I got a big event, I always play my homies' music to get their name out there or, like, get the sound out there. But, yeah.
You ever see yourself, like, even as you're talking right now, it seemed like you sounded almost like a what is it, an A&R or like a a record label like leader. Do you see yourself going? I don't want to say going further because DJing is pretty far, but do you see yourself growing in different ways in the music industry?
Yeah. My biggest thing I would love to do is give back. So like one thing I would love to do is like open up like a DJ school, like invite DJs, get them like what's it called? Teach them like the blending, the mechanics, the versatility. I don't know how to say that word, but teach them the different things of DJing and like doing the same thing that my mentor did for me is like something I would want to do for somebody else because like to say with him, he gave back to me a lot. He even half the stuff that he's been doing for me and still doing to this day since I came back, believing in me, seeing potential that I didn't even see in myself. It's something that like I wish I could take to give to somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it has never been a time with him where like I have changed or like second looked him or anything. Not one time has like me and him been together have we gotten in one argument or anything. Anytime he got a show, he always take me with him and like I don't DJ. Sometimes I DJ, but like I go with him just to mentor, to like see how it is.
Yeah.
Cause like when he's DJ, I never ask him to DJ because that would kind of be me trying.
Overstep.
Yeah. I sit and I observe, and like sometimes when I hear a good transition from him, I go practice it myself, or like I'll do it with different songs.
Yeah.
And I'll show it to him. Sometimes like, or sometimes you'll like it, but it's like rarely he does that because he's been telling me like you're getting better. Because he told me like 2 years ago I was not good, but now I'm getting way better than I was before. He told me just like that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. That's huge. Like a person that to like critique you and tell you when you're wrong and not just be a yes man to you is so crucial for development, especially in fields of music, like and sports, Yeah. I feel like that's so special.
When did you hit that? When did you know like this was it and you felt that spark for music? I see it in like different people. Like we all love music, it connects human beings in a way. But when were you like, I know you said that 2011, 2012, you sitting back with your uncles and showing you some things, but
when you say like this, you mean like I sat down like this is only this.
Yeah.
So like I would say that came from me 2020 when I first started like it was my birthday. I was like, this is what I want to do. I sat my brother down. I was like, I'm trying to go big with this. I'm trying to take over with this, but I told him I'm trying to be the best, but I want to stay humble at the same time, But 2020 was when I had that mentality like, oh, music is music. There's the only thing else. I don't want to be no hooper no more. We used to do those workouts. Oh, my goodness, that workout. This man had me doing jumping jacks with 25 pounds over my head.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like 110, and like my whole body was sore. From that day, I said I'm never going back. I'm being realistically speaking. From that day, I never called this man phone for a workout or nothing.
Yo,
we didn't talk for so long.
That is funny. I didn't know that's what it was, man.
That workout was too much for me. John called me. He was like, "You coming back?" I was like, "I'm too sore, bro. I can't come back."
Yeah, I remember that, man. That is funny. Yo, you did good though. You was eating it. I didn't know it was.
It was hurting. I do need one of those pretty soon, but yeah.
No, that is funny. So, got the Polo G concert. What was the place across the street that you just said?
So it was the Urban Plains Park. I had did so my mentor, he had posted on his story. He was like, "Oh, pull up. It's lit," and it was looking lit. And I was like, "Oh, it's actually fire." He said, "You know what you need to do? You need to get over here." I was like, "Where you at?" He was like, "The same place where you was DJing at for that baby shower last week." I'm like, "How you know that?" He was like, "Oh, one of the promoters showed me at the club when I was DJing. I said, I'm gonna check you out. So come over, right?" So I had rode my bike from my house to the park. Because I used to always ride bikes. I used to never have, cars or nothing. I used to always ride bikes. So I rode my bike to the park. I was playing. He taught me a couple of stuff. And after the stuff, he was like, "You trying to come to the club?" I'm like, "You want to come to the club?" He was like, "Nah, bro, you too young."
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. But then that's when he was like, keep working. I'm going to definitely stay tapped in with you. And, like, out of everybody that say that, some of them, they just,
they just be saying it.
But he was dead serious. The next day, he said, "Pull up on me. I want to see what you can do." I pulled up. I DJ for him a little bit. He said, "I see potential, but there's a lot of work. So just stay grinding. I'm going to take you on a couple of shows with me." And, everything he said he was going to do for me, he's done it so far. And he had taken me to this one baby shower. And it was it was a vibe. It wasn't really a lot of people there, but like he still let me play, and I got a lot of people messing with me too. He said, "Now let me show you something. What you can do is because when I first started, the only thing I could do was African music. He said, I'm gonna teach you a little bit something about the old school. So he started blending 50 Cent, different old R&B artists, and I'm like, I need to tap in with this because like I did a birthday party for this little boy at a park, and all I played was African music, and it was a bunch of Africans, so it was obviously they was
Jumping.
It was jumping. So once I got that touch for like R&B and rap music, he told me like this. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's up from here.
Yeah.
It's up from here. But you still got more and more to go." So I'm like, "What more I got to do? What I got to learn?" He said, "You already got African and hip hop and R&B master. You take over Jamaican now." So I'm to this day I can play Jamaican music and get a vibe with it, but I want to learn more and more about it. I want to tap in with like other brands, not just I don't want to be just one African American music. I'm trying to do like rock, EDM, all type of stuff. So like be more versatile because there's different money in different genres of music. Yeah.
Being versatile is the most important thing in any aspect of life. Like, you know how much money you're gonna be getting, like when you get a DJ like you that could play everything. Yeah, that's only up from here.
Man, so what's your next? I mean, I know you said Jamaican music, but let me put you on the spot. If you're going to play in New York City.
Oh yeah, that was talked about a couple of days ago.
What do you know about that environment? What do you know? All right, I gotta go in there and play this.
I'm probably gonna go in there playing some K Flock or something.
K Flock, yeah.
I'm sturdy, but I want to play the wrong music so I get some water on my DJ board.
That's true. That's
but
true.
I will probably like one thing I do is like I read the crowd. So if I see like they like African music, I'll play a little bit more of that, but I'm still mixing with like the Jamaican rap music, R&B and stuff. But if it's like strictly like American people, like Black American, I'll play hip hop, old school R&B, and like something to get everybody going. So like I'll play wobble or cha cha slide or something like that to get everybody going. Because yeah, man, you can never go wrong with the cha cha slide.
Quote of the day: you never go wrong with the cha cha slide. Man, so what's your favorite styles to blend? African all day.
That's my like I always tell my homies when I'm DJing and you see me locked into my laptop and the music is fast, don't say nothing to me because I'm not gonna say nothing to you back. Like once I get into that groove with the fast African music, it's over from there. That's when the party starts. But like when it's slow, I'm trying to set a vibe, get everybody going. But once that music starts picking up, I tell my homies, like when I feel it picking up, I just tell everybody I gotta go. I'm about to go crazy. Yeah. And all my homies know when they see me looking into that laptop and I'm like looking down and doing my stuff, they know not to talk to me. Cause that's when I'm gonna get pissed. But African music is my strength. Yeah. But I can still blend everything else to sing, but I can blend African music. I could start a vibe with a strictly rap music too. But yeah.
Love that, man. So what's the next? Would you say, I ain't gonna say, because I know you're a humble guy, so we won't say you conquered Fargo, the DJ scene in Fargo. There's still a lot of work to do out here. A lot of different venues I'm sure you can play at and get your name out. Yeah. But after Fargo, Moorhead area, what's the next place you like? Yo, I see myself sort of setting up, not necessarily setting up shop, but being around this area a lot more often, sort of getting the scene. What's the next area?
Probably my hometown in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But they got some bullies down there too. They got DJ Finesse Kid. They got DJ Mike. DJ Mike's my uncle. DJ Dan. DJ E-Man. There's a lot of DJs down there that's really doing their thing. Like Philly DJs is not. That's one city. Like I could battle any DJ from any other city, but I would never touch. I don't think me personally, I would never try to challenge a Philly DJ because them boys down there can play. Like it's nothing. And I feel like I would probably try to go back to my hometown and probably after that come back to Minnesota.
Yeah. What do you feel like you would pick up? What do you think you're picking up if you go to Philly? What do you think you're coming out with when you go back to Minnesota? What you picking up from the DJ scene out there?
The vibe, probably the vibe. Because everybody, they love music down there. They always lit. They got some lit rappers too. Always lit. But it's just like one thing. All the DJs I talk to down there, they know is I'm scared of the violence because it's kind of a dangerous city over there. Yeah. And it's kind of risky because like with me, down here, like if like the show go good down here, I'm gonna want to go to the after party, all that stuff. And like they told me like the best advice I can give you down in Philly, don't go to no after party. So that's one thing I'll probably be mindful over.
What sort of risk?
Huh?
What sort of risk could you possibly face, even as a DJ? Even in Fargo, what's some things you come across where it's like,
The worst thing I came across was, let me think, because it's been a lot. This one guy, he was upset because we didn't play a song he requested. So after the party, like, I'm telling him, I'm like, look, bro, like, I don't think you pressing me over a song is a good idea. Right?
Yeah.
Because I got two homies. I was like, every party I go to deep. I'm like, bro, my homies, they drunk right now. Some of them high. Please do not come across any type of aggressive way because it's not going to end up good for you. Just let me go, put my stuff in the car, and leave. I'll probably play this song another time. As I'm walking away, he just grabs my neck.
oh,
Yo,
yeah.
what?
He grabbed my neck. So I say, you know what? I just went like this.
Him now. Him.
I just went
Now.
like this.
Get him out of
and
here.
I just heard bottles flying, tables, balls. So I'm like, I didn't even look back. I just went to the car and waited, and then they got in the car and we left. This was like I think it was a baby shower. It wasn't it wasn't no like little kid event. It was a baby shower.
Him. Get him.
Yeah.
Y'all, I heard some
Mafia
crazy shit happen at the
brutality.
after party at Polo G.
I won't say too much on that. But
Yeah.
I was chilling and it happened and I, ducked the cover. But I don't want to talk too much. That was kind of that was scary, but I don't want to say too much on that.
Yo, it's
I'm
DJ
intrigued,
like,
but we're gonna
crazy,
step away.
bro.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't say it's getting not yet. There's a lot of stuff that I heard from different DJs that has happened, but the most common thing you will see after that I've seen multiple times after a party is a fight. Because Liberian girls, oh my goodness, they come with that drama. You could do something when they baby daddy like 2 years ago. They see you at a party, you gotta get in a bottle, spit, weed.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
goodness, bro.
Yo, bro.
In Fargo?
Everywhere.
Oh,
Bro.
God.
Liberian girls are crazy,
Bro,
man, but
if
they the
you see
best.
No, I won't say they the best, bro. You
Come
drunk,
on,
bro.
Oh,
No, bro.
You cannot go wrong. Hey, you right there. Put the camera on him. He just said it. Oh, he changing it now.
changing it up,
He changing
bro.
it now. Liberian girls are the best. They can cook. See, mom and
Yo.
they can cook. Look at Melvin. Look at Melvin. Like,
Nah, bro.
you can never go wrong. But
Nah,
yeah,
bro.
the worst I've probably seen is, let me not say the worst. The most common thing you see after every party is a fight. But yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Interesting. Probably, I mean, you're just dealing with a different element.
Yeah.
Nightlife, night scene, people drinking and whatnot. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But one thing I always try not to do when that happens, I don't be the type to run over there with my camera, be like, oh,
Yeah.
nah, I just,
You can
one
step
thing
away
I
from
do,
that.
I'm gonna watch it a little bit, but from far away, cause I take my DJ side, I put it to the side, and I just watch, because I can't leave out because most of the time they be fighting near the exit doors,
Yeah.
so I can't just try to go over there and exit with my DJ equipment. I'm probably just gonna get pushed around or something, so I just wait for it to all settle down. Then that's when I leave. I don't be over there trying hyping it up or nothing. Even with my homie fighting too, I like pull them away, be like chill, because I'm like, I've been telling like how I always tell my homies like before we go to a party, what you do reflects on me.
Yeah.
So don't do nothing dumb, because that's gonna reflect. Let's say my homie got into a fight, they gonna be like, oh, don't book with that DJ.
Yeah.
Don't book with that DJ. His homies be fighting. His homies be doing this. His homies be doing that. So that's when it was like,
Yeah.
Now when fights happen and stuff at parties, we just get in the car and watch from the car.
Yeah.
Then we leave.
He said,
That's real.
We still watching though, but
We
we
just watching.
just in the car watching. So I'm gonna ask you this question: do you consider yourself a professional DJ? And then what separates if there are non-professional DJs?
I don't think I'm a professional yet.
Not yet.
Not
What do you
yet.
think you need to add?
I just need to add a couple more speakers, and I'll probably come out a professional DJ. Because most DJs out here, they got their own. They got a bunch of speakers. They got different like packages, Because some DJs have like that 360 booth where they stay on. Some DJs got that. They got dancing on the clouds, all that extra stuff. I'm still working on that. I wouldn't call myself a professional DJ just yet.
Okay.
But
But
that doesn't
skill
mean-
wise, you think you're there? Professional.
Skill wise, I think I'm there, but
The equipment now.
the equipment, I don't think I'm a professional when it comes to that equipment.
Yeah.
I still be renting from Guitar Center and stuff.
It is what it is.
It's
gonna come.
Yeah, it's real,
It's
bro.
gonna come.
But you don't see
Yeah.
like niggas this age, fucking DJing for Polo G.
Right.
Yeah. That shit is crazy, bro.
There's some sites though, for real, for the equipment. You know what I'm saying, with the plans. I know my sister did that when she first started off, and she just got she got everything she needed. You know what I'm saying, and it worked out well for her. Especially, man, I'm just interested in the scene out here though. Like, how are you getting like booked? Like, you got every
like,
weekend booked.
So like, we did this battle on Instagram Live, like on, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was
DJ battle.
Yeah, we did it on. I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and we just got so many views in there. The main plan for this whole entire battle was to promote a party that we was doing on June 16th.
Okay.
We didn't really want to like take it serious. You know, we're just gonna go in there and show our skills and stuff.
It's a Friday night. Friday night.
Something like that.
Okay.
But like, we was like, we doing a party in June on June 16th. You know, rep your flag, y'all come through, y'all come show love. But like, we just want to meet the other DJ. Was like, let's show them what we can do, right? So we was battling or whatever, and he did good. But like the comments, they was saying I was killing him. But I didn't really want to let that get to my head, because at the same time, that's like my brother right there, and I'm still trying to like help him out a little bit and get him out there too, because he got the movement down there in Minnesota. He's coming up as a young DJ. He's coming up too. Like, when I look at him, I look at myself coming up, like, you know, humble, hungry, but he got some stuff to work on. I'm not saying he's a bad DJ. He's a really good DJ, but like, you know, yeah. So we did the live. When I ended it, it told you how many people joined all together. It said 380, and I was like, wow.
That's a party,
right?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, right? So after I ended it, follows, likes, I'm like, whoa. I said some bookings finna come in the next morning. I'm just getting asked different people in Minnesota, are you booked this date, this date, this date, this date, this date? I'm like, whoa. So I was like, hold on, let me fall back a little bit, right? So I'm like, okay, let me open message one by one. So I got booked from that live. I got booked June 30th, June 1st. June 30th, July 1st, July 2nd, July 4th, and July 8th. I'm gonna be in Minnesota.
Dang.
Just from
Back
one
to
live.
back.
And then I got booked for nearly all of April, nearly all of June. Well, now it's all of June, all of July, and yeah. So just that one live opened up doors for like a lot of different events.
Man.
Yeah.
Full schedule.
Yeah.
Do you tailor your DJing to the like client specific? So like you got a bunch of if you got a bunch of rednecks, you're gonna play like Sweet Home Alabama. Do you like work with the client like, yo, if they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we want to hear kind of blah blah blah?
So
or
one
just like I'm showing up and I'm gonna do like
one thing I always do to like make my clients feel happy and make them feel like they can relate to me. I always tell them, look, is there a specific type of music you want to hear? So I did a fashion show. It was the Wednesday before the Polo G show. So I did a fashion show, and I asked the lady, I'm like, look, what type of music you want to hear? She said, we want Thai music. So I'm like, what the hell was Thai? She's like, Taiwan. And I was like, okay. So she sent me a list, and I somehow managed to blend the Taiwan music, and they were all liking it.
Cool.
And I try to
Cool.
and I blended it with the African music too, and it was like, whoa. And that's when she was like, we're gonna do more fashion shows. Like,
that's crazy.
we're gonna keep bringing you along. So one thing I try to always do is like ask them to send me a playlist of like what type of music you want to hear, even if it's African people too. You're not gonna play African music. I still want them to send me a playlist of music they want to hear, so I can play for them, to work with them.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's tough.
It's really tough.
Would you be a rich man?
Huh?
Would you be a rich man if I always ask this to every DJ? If you counted how many times, say you got a $5 like stipend, or you got $5 every time somebody asks you to play a certain song, how rich would you be?
I'd probably be a billionaire by the end of the
Billionaire?
night. It gets so bad to the point I gotta tell somebody behind me, like, can you please tell them to stop coming up over here?
Yeah.
Even they be asking to play Finito, and I go through Finito like 2 to 3 times already in the night. So I'm like, bro, how many times you want to hear that song? Or
Dang,
like they
that's
want
a
to hear
cool classic.
Burna Boy Last, and I'm like, geez, how many times I want to hear Last? Like I already played it, or like they'll come ask for a song that nobody know, and I'll be like, yeah, I got you, and then they be by the DJ boy, they be like, and I'll be like, I ain't playing that shit.
Yeah, man. I always see that anytime I'm anywhere, especially when I go back home, I'll be seeing like a line. It would low key be a little line of people that think it's good to like ask you for a music request. One thing I was thinking, if I was a DJ, I would just start charging people. You don't want to do it, I would do like, yo, 30 minute window. All right.
One thing I don't like is when the rappers come up to me and be talking about play my music when I'm flowing. I'm like, bro, you gotta wait. If you want me to play your music, you gotta tell me the beginning of the party so I can mix it in. I can't just be flowing and you just ask me to play your music. Like the other night, this rapper came up to me. He said, "Play my music." I was like, "All right, bet, but play my music when Polo G get here." I'm like, "No, bro. I'm playing only his music, bro." So like, he came into the party. He went to his VIP section, right? He's like, "Yeah, play that song again. I want to hear my music." I'm like, "Bro, I got strict orders to play only his music, and King Von music. So that's what I'm gonna do."
It. Yeah.
Hit, like straight Chicago and just played. I'm like, I can't fit your song. He's like, bro, I'm from Chicago. I'm like, what block you from? He's like, oh, I'm from Old Block. I'm like, where your chain at? He was like, you asking too many federal questions. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to make. Cause I just, at the same time, I was trolling him, but he just wanted me to play his song when Polo G was in there, and I'm like, I can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
But like the rappers, they get too annoying when it comes to, and they be like, how you feel about it? I just be like, bro, I don't like it. I don't be like, one thing I would never do is tell somebody you trash or you ass.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, I don't like it, but you gotta work on this. Like it needs to be mastered because somebody be making their music on BandLab and send it to me. Like you hear so much echoes in the back. You
like,
hear baby
this.
crying and shit. Man.
They want me to play fucking baby crying. And
They're
shit.
like, no,
yo,
bro.
What?
Man, I think about the numerical value of knowing how to like just master music. Like, I would get confused. I used to try to make beats, and I would get confused. What is it? The RPMs or what is it? BPM. Yeah, beats per minute, and just trying to match up. Especially if you're mixing, you got to make sure you match the right BPM with the right song. Otherwise, the vibe is completely off.
So how the BPMs work? The 70s is mainly like the finito type of music, right? The 80s is like it's still fast, but it's getting slower as the we'll go from 80, right? 80 is still slow. 90s is strictly slow. 100 it starts picking up. So like my 100 BPM is like the African music, right? Then the 110, that's when it starts picking up. Then the 120 is when like it's fast music, right? That's when like I said, I get locked in. So from like the 110 to like the 130, 140 range is when I get really locked in. But lower than that, it's like just me vibing, trying to set a vibe.
Okay. Yeah, man. How is it mixing oldies then? Because that's like completely different BPMs. If you mix an oldie with, with an African junk.
They got some African songs in the 80, 90, and 100 range, so it's pretty easy. So like, on my laptop, like with a song, you make it strictly acapella. So right, I'll do acapella. That's really that when it comes to like blending the African and R&B. It's kind of easy because they're all in the same range.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just really like a whole fucking skill set you gotta master, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot of work. Like there was nights I didn't even go to sleep. I'll just be up in my room DJing from like 12 to sun up, like just trying to get better because I was always hungry. And to this day I still practice. But I don't practice that long.
Yeah.
But I still practice a lot to, master different things and try different transitions. Yeah.
It's just tough, bro.
Well, thank you, man. I don't know, especially for Melvin, even myself to a degree, just coming from the athletic background, it just is really awesome to hear a different field and listen to the grind that it takes to really, master a craft in a whole different setting. Because I don't forgot what rapper that said it, but I always go back to it. I think a lot of people do about like rap and sports being synonymous. So it's like I think of the synonymous with it being the same grind. Like you got to take the same approach to be on it every day. Yeah. Even working at a Fargo, I didn't know it was so many DJs. I didn't know it was like a DJ field. So just to even come out of here is like competition to a degree. But no, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on, bro. Shit was lit. Thank you guys for tuning into another installment of Beyond the Dimensions. This episode was, great.
Yeah.
DJ Siah gave us a new perspective on what he does in his work and his craft.
Give us a shameless plug, man. Where can we find you at?
You said what?
Where can we find you at?
My Instagram is at dj.s1ah. It's a Siah, but like the I is a 1. And one last thing I'm gonna say is June 16th, Fargo, North Dakota. Come through, show some love. It's a Rap Your Flag party. Calling out all my Liberians, my Nigerians, Ghana, Jamaica, everybody come outside. We got Minnesota top rappers coming from Minnesota. Come show some love down here. And yeah, so gonna be a vibe. Just pull up and let's give.
Where that's gonna be at?
MB Johnson Park in Moorhead.
MB Johnson Park. All right.
Yeah.
Show and be tough. Make sure to pull up.
June 16th.
June 16th.
You gotta get tickets. We good?
No,
show up.
It's a park.
Okay.
Park,
Hey,
bet.
I didn't know if we were, you know, I didn't know if we, VIP, you know. All right.
VIP.
It is my birthday, so.
My birthday the day before too.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm a 15th.
Yo. They
You don't
got
have that
food?
bit jumping.
Hmm?
Food?
Nah, you gonna have to eat before you get there.
Dang. All right, man. All right.
Your fat ass got real like.
I was like, yo. What'd you just say? What'd you say right now?
Thank you guys for tuning in.